Makes it a 6-point game. Bucks just need the inbound. Holiday trying to come free. They throw it into Connaughton, and that'll do it. The NBA Finals are tied at 2 games apiece.
What's going on out there? Welcome into the water break. This is your in-between time, in the meantime, to hold you over in between episodes of the OG Sports and Culture Show. I'm your host, TW, and I got my man, D Jackson, with me here today. D Jackson, what's going on, baby?
Peace. What up, man? This crazy game, man. Crazy game.
Yeah. So we're going to hit y'all with this post-show real quick of Game 4 just finished of the NBA Finals. And look, I mean, you can run the tape back. I was shoveling dirt on the Milwaukee Bucks after Game 1. I said it was over. I said they couldn't keep up. I said they ain't have enough firepower to run with the Suns. They couldn't run and gun with the Suns, but damn it, they done did it. They figured out the formula. You know, Giannis is playing out of his mind. Brother, Giannis, I ain't seen nobody put a team on their back like that since that YouTube video of Donald Driver and Madden, okay? Like, I ain't seen nobody put a team on their back, though, since then. But Giannis has been carrying the Bucks in just the most amazing way, when he's scoring, when he's not scoring, like, just been bananas. And somehow we are here after Game 4, tied at 2 games apiece, with a Game 5 coming up in a couple of days. D-Jax, who's getting your MVP for Game 4?
You know what? A few guys made a case, even somebody on the losing team. I think I got to go Chris Middleton. I got to go Chris Middleton for stepping up. He dropped 40 points. He wasn't the most efficient. You know, he only shot like 42%. But when it counted, you know, I like how he's embracing that I'm the closer of this team. You know what I'm saying? That mid-range was working, you know, and I want to say the last 6 minutes of the game, the offense went through him. You know what I'm saying? He's embracing that, like, yo, it's Giannis, you the man, but I'm the closer. You know what I'm saying? And he did that tonight. So I got to go with Chris Middleton. Like I said, you can make a case for a few other cats, but yeah, he did that. He's embracing his role, and he's proud. He's one of the main reasons they got that W tonight.
I feel you. That's a good pick. I'm gonna let you finish, but the Greek Freak is having the greatest series going on right now. Okay, like, you cannot front on what Giannis is doing. Giannis had his worst game. Nah, it's not his worst game. He's had his worst game of the last 3 games, and he still dropped 26, 14, and 8 assists to go along with it, along with 2 huge blocks at crucial times. Yo, Giannis is proving right now why he's everything they said he was. A 2-time MVP, he deserves it. A $200 million contract, he deserves it. Arguably the best player in the world right now, he deserves to be in that conversation because he's playing like it. Damn it. Did you look at the rest of this team? Okay, and listen, I gotta give Chris Middleton his credit. Okay, he stepped up and he has showed out. And you know, he's delivered for his team in the right time. But without Giannis, Giannis was the only thing keeping him in those games in Phoenix. Giannis is getting it done on the offensive end and the defensive end. You know, like, he's truly playing like a superstar in the big moments when his team needs it the most. Giannis Antetokounmpo is my MVP for Game 4.
Did you like that block? What you think about that block?
Was serious. Yo, listen, I was that guy in intramurals who was challenging everything. You know what I mean? Like, I never played organized basketball, so I'm sure, like, you know, when I was in college, right? When I was in college, you know, I would play intramurals, and you'd have the dudes out there who was like, you know, all conference basketball players, like, you know, in whatever town they came from. And like me, you know, I'm out there with the football guys, you know, so you got a bunch of guys who basically, you know, we athletic, but we not really basketball players, you know what I'm saying? Right. And so I was like, look, I can't really dribble. I can't really shoot, so I'm a hustle. I'm out here for the exercise. I'm going for the rebounds. I'm challenging every shot. You know what I mean? You come down the lane, we're gonna see what's happening. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see what's up. And so when I see Giannis challenging an alley-oop that was in DeAndre Ayton's hands, brother.
Bro, how hard is it to time the alley-oop, to catch it, then pin it off the board? Well, he didn't really pin it off the board, but he got it. You know, he had to. That's timing Ayton and the ball coming from D Book hand. Devin Booker hands.
Only the great ones can do it, dog. Only the great ones can do it. 99% of NBA players are afraid of getting dunked on. I never understand it in all my life. Like, NBA players act like if you get dunked on, you're gonna lose your contract. You know what I mean? Like, dudes be moving out the way like crazy when somebody coming in for a dunk. I never understand that. Just challenge the damn dunk. Challenge it. Make them work for it.
Right.
And Giannis did that. You know what I mean? Giannis was my spirit animal in the paint today. Okay. And so I love the way he played. Giannis my MVP all the way, all day. All right?
What I will say before we move on with Giannis, you made a good point that he's playing great without the ball. Like, he dropped 26 tonight, but he was everywhere tonight. You know what I'm saying? He had a bunch of intangibles. You know what I'm saying? So
that little play where they came down on the break, Giannis was driving in the lane and dumped it off to Pat Connaughton for the easy three. Boom. That was a clutch play when they were going back and forth. Little things like that. And I think that's the one that put him up by 2 for good.
Yep. That's the one.
Yo, Giannis, man, great all-around player. Sees the court, man. This dude, he's playing at another level right now.
He scared me in the first quarter, man. He came out shooting a few jumpers, and then he had that putback, man. Once he really stopped playing to his disadvantage and just only focus on his advantages, he's gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm anti big man jumpers, yo. I'm anti big man jumpers.
All
Get your big ass down there and get the easy bucket.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we know who played well and who helped their team to a victory, but we got to give out some goats. And I don't mean greatest of all time. I mean scapegoats. Okay, we're going to hang this loss on somebody's head. We're going to find out who didn't play well, and we're going to let you know about it. So, D-Jax, who is your LVP for this game?
It hurts me, man, because I argue that this dude is top 5 PG of all time. I got to go CP3. CP3 might have played his worst playoff game ever. Wow. One thing I always say about Chris Paul, that he doesn't force anything. You know, he looked like he was forcing it tonight, and he was a turnover machine. He had 5 turnovers, man, and they all were timely. You know what I'm saying? Drilling off people's legs, falling down, and trying to split. Like that, he didn't play Chris Paul control the tempo point guard type of game. You know what I'm saying? He's 5 for 13. You know what I'm saying? That's not terrible, but he wasn't as aggressive that he needs to be at times. He had a little spurt when D Book went out with the 5th foul, but I got to give it to CP3, man. I felt like he was forcing it, unnecessary turnovers, and yeah, he wasn't normal CP3. You know what I'm saying? But players mess up. I give him a game.
Listen, man, I feel bad for Chris Paul having to take that LVP tonight because I'm rooting for this brother, man. I'm rooting for this brother. Yeah. Chris Paul been a great player in this league for so long. He's such a good player. You feel like he should have won a championship by now. And right now, this seemed like it was as good a chance as any for him to win it. But he's kind of shrinking in the moment, man. He's shrinking in the moment. 10 points when your team had a chance to go up 3-1. Woo! That's not a good look, Playboy. That's not a good look. Man.
Shrinking?
Maybe that was Cliff Paul out there tonight. Maybe that was Cliff Paul, or maybe it was Alfonso Ribeiro dressed up as Chris Paul. You know what I mean? Maybe we're gonna find the real Chris Paul tied up in the locker room after the game, and we're gonna find out that was Carlton.
Hell no.
All right. So my LVP for this game is actually going to go to somebody who was on the winning team. I'm giving my LVP, my least valuable player, to a familiar face, unfortunately, in this spot. Your man's Drew Holiday. Okay, Drew Holiday, he did get 13 points tonight, okay? But he got it on 4 of 20 shooting. 4 of 20 shooting. Listen, I wasn't a math major, but I know that's not good. That's not good.
That's 20%.
20. God, Jesus, that's low. That's not good. Okay. You know who Drew Holiday is right now? Drew Holiday is the Mark Sanchez of the NBA. His team is winning in spite of him. Now, remember when the Jets was like, winning the playoffs and almost making the Super Bowl? They weren't winning because of Mark Sanchez. They were winning in spite of Mark Sanchez. And right now, the Bucks are winning in spite of Drew Holiday. Okay, Drew Holiday, he's supposed to be a defensive stopper or whatever, but like, brother, you got 4 of 20. If you ain't gonna take no shots, just don't take no shots. Just don't take no shots. You know what I mean? Like, you could have gone like 4 of 10, right? That would have been better. 4 of 10 would have been better. Maybe even 4 of 12. 4 of 8. That'd have been great. But like, if you're not gonna score, just don't take no shots, bro. But apparently, you are jacking them up and missing. Drew Holiday.
But you know what? It was kind of deceiving. Like Drew Holiday, he pulled the Manny Pacquiao, like when he ain't, just like being aggressive and like activity gives him points sometimes. So like he was just putting it up. He was a little bit everywhere. He was aggressive on defense, even though it wasn't maybe effective. He was putting up shots. So it seemed like he was involved, you know what I'm saying? But like, I guess, I'm saying, when you break it down that way, because it was kind of deceiving watching the game. It's just like, okay, he's everywhere. He's aggressive as I see activity, but like, 20%.
Yeah, but the activity was leading to a lot of missed shots. You know what I mean? And like, fortunately for him, fortunately for the team, they had a lot of guys. Again, Chris Middleton picked up a lot of slack tonight. But if you having one of them nights where everybody's kind of off, where Chris Middleton's not picking up the slack with 40, if he's just down around 20, they lose that game. You know what I mean? They lose that game, and then that 4 of 20 shooting performance looks way, 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 way worse because it comes in a loss.
Yeah. And if D Book don't sit out with 8 minutes to go,
right,
do they win?
Well, I saw somebody tweet tonight that D Book had 42 points and 8 fouls. That's an amazing stat line. I didn't know that's possible.
bro, I had flashes. The Tim Donaghy name came to my mind because it was a couple of them at the end. I was like, somebody got paid. These are blatant fouls, yo. Like somebody throwing the game.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's playoff basketball, but come on, man. Be consistent a little bit.
Yeah.
So
somebody had something on the game. One of the refs got paid tonight.
Right.
And not in his paycheck. He went to go see he went to the other pay window. You know what I mean?
Right.
He got a brown paper bag in the alley behind the stadium or something. You know what I mean? All right. So we know who played well. We know who stunk it up. Now we got to talk about who made the adjustments. All right. What was your coaching move of the game?
All right. I'm on record saying Budenholzer is bottom 3 coaches in the league. Like he's terrible, and I'm on record saying he shouldn't keep his job unless they made it to the finals, and he probably going to get an extension now or whatever. I got to give him props for, I would say, the last 5 minutes of the game. They kind of hid Giannis, but kept him involved. His game plan was so perfect that Giannis wouldn't lose the game for him. He didn't. I don't think he went to the line the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Everything went through Chris Middleton, but Giannis was still everywhere. He had the block, he had the assist to Connaughton, he had the put back, the fast break and everything, but nothing ran through Giannis. And I thought that was brilliant, even from a bad coach. You know what I'm saying? Giannis wasn't going to lose the game for him on the line. So I give him props with that. That was a great adjustment, actually, and probably the reason they won.
Good call. You gotta hide your flaws and accentuate your strengths. And even though I just gave this brother my LVP, I'm actually going to make him a part of my coaching move of the game. Okay, who needs to be consistent? I don't come here to be consistent. I come here to talk, and I'm talking. Okay, so my coaching move of the game is putting Drew Holiday on Chris Paul. And that's actually even my coaching move of the series. Drew Holiday got Chris Paul all off his game, and it's got the whole Suns squad off their game. Chris Paul was the key cog that made this Suns equation work. Okay, you got young superstar in Ayton, young superstar in Booker. Chris Paul was just the straw that stirs the whole drink and mix it up and makes it go. And you put in Drew Holiday, he stopped that straw from spinning. Okay, your drink ain't getting stirred, and all of a sudden it don't taste right. All right, and look, man, by taking Chris Paul off his square, it has disrupted everything the Suns are trying to do. And I mean, look, man, 2 games in a row, Chris Paul playing below the way he's been playing throughout these whole playoffs. It's something to it. It's something to it. So, Drew Holiday, look, if you're going to put up 4 for 20 shooting, you better be holding Chris Paul to 10 points, okay? You better be holding Chris Paul to 10 points. What was that? Woo, how many turnovers did he have? He had
5.
Woo, 5 turnovers. Oh my God, you're right. This might be the worst game Chris Paul ever played in the playoffs, man. Like, woo. And so you gotta give.
So you believe stopping Chris Paul is more effective than stopping Booker?
You can't really stop Booker. You can't really stop Booker. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Booker can have some off nights, but you can't really stop a player like Devin Booker. You know what I mean? Somebody who's got that. That automatic scoring, whatever you call it, that killer instinct. Like he's not a killer with it. But when he's on, he's damn near unstoppable.
Yeah.
He's damn near unstoppable. And it's that old saying, you're not going to stop him. All you could do is hope to contain him. That's it. That's it right there. You're not going to stop Devin Booker. If he's off, he's off. But you ain't going to make him off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but apparently, look, man, you disrupt Chris Paul, you disrupt the whole operation, let Devin Booker go off, and it looks like you got something, man. It looks like you got something. So with that said, right, we got our MVP, we got our LVP, we got our coaching move of the game. Where do you see this series going? Game 5 coming up. Who you think takes game 5? And then how do you see this series going?
All right, so I started off saying Suns in 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to stick with that because Monty Williams is a better coach. And Monty Williams will make adjustments for game 5. And I think Phoenix will take game 5. And then they'll finish it off in Milwaukee, game 6. Monty Williams, he will make adjustments as far as like with Chris Middleton. Giannis though, but as far as like more adjustments with Phoenix, we're getting Chris Paul in the mix, back to on his square. Ayton, he did a lot of intangibles. He had 17 rebounds, 14 rebounds, but he only had 6 points. He's gonna make the necessary adjustments. Monty Williams he's proven to me throughout these playoffs, actually starting last year in the bubble, that he's a real coach. Right. And he's the best coach by far in this series. So I'm gonna stick with Suns in 6.
So this game is crucial. And the Suns have played great at home. And I thought the format was 2-3-2, meaning
they switched that a couple years ago.
Milwaukee. And that's how they usually do the finals, right?
Yeah, they switched it.
So right, so they switched it. So now we're going back to Phoenix, then back to Milwaukee, then back to Phoenix. Whew, this is a tough call. But you know what? I'm here to be bold.
Uh-oh.
I'm here to be bold. And I'm going to say that Giannis is going to stay on his hot streak. I'm going to say that Chris Middleton is going to find his killer instinct on the road. He usually leaves it in the hotel room or on the bus or on the plane or something. But I'm saying he's going to bring it with him on Saturday. He's going to bring it off the bus and out the locker room. I'm saying Drew Holiday is going to throw up all over himself offensively, but shut Chris Paul down again defensively. I'm saying that the Bucks are going to take one in Phoenix, and the Bucks are going to come home, and the Bucks are going to finish this series on Tuesday night. Bucks in 6.
Has Phoenix lost 4 in a row all year?
I don't know. That's a great question.
That would mean they would lose 4 in a row. I don't know if you beat Chris Paul and Devin Booker and Monty Williams 4 games in a row.
I think that's fair. And I think, listen, this is where Chris Paul comes in huge, because this is where these big moments get to the young players. This is where the young guys, the DeAndre Aytons and the Devin Bookers, start to look around and go, "Oh man, I thought I had the juice. What's happening? I don't know what's happening to me. I thought I was good." And then the pressure and the momentum starts to get to you, and you start to crumble under the moment. And Giannis is showing us that he got his whole team like, "Yo, snap out of it. Hop on his back," right? Giannis put the whole team on his back. They have fought out of this 2-game deficit. They did it against Brooklyn, who was a better team than them. And if you look at the way this series is going, it looks like the Bucks have the Suns right where they want them. So this might go 6 or this might go 7. If the Suns win on Saturday, it's going 7. And if it goes 7, I think the Bucks are going to do what they've done against Atlanta and what they did against Brooklyn. They're going to save their best road game for the last. I think the Bucks got it, man. But I'm saying the Bucks take the next 2. I'm saying the Bucks. I'm not saying the Suns are too small for the moment, but I'm just saying that Giannis is elevating his whole team, and this is the stuff that the great ones do. And I think this is the moment that Giannis puts his stamp on the Bucks, puts his stamp on the NBA Finals, and puts his stamp on his legacy as an all-time great. So, or at least as a current great. So we are running out of time. D-Jax, you got any final thoughts?
You know what? I won't be mad if it go to 7. More basketball for all of us. So I'm just I'm grateful we got a good series right now, and hopefully these last few games is just as good. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir. So while you at it, tell the people where they can find you on social.
Man, D Jackson 82 on Twitter, Instagram. Check out, you can Google 80s Babies Unlearn album in store right now. I got a new single out called Black People with my man Fifth Element. The group is called Second Cousin. So we working,
Yeah,
and before I leave, go White Sox.
More bat flips. You can find me at TW Talking About on your social media choice. You could also follow my podcast page at TW Talking About. You can find the audio version of this podcast at Ball Chicago Sports on your podcast app of choice. You can search us online at Narrative Control Productions. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm your host, TW. Peace.